Hi, this is Erica Dyer with Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bitch and my producer, Nick. Hey, Nick, how is this week going?
It's going good, you know. It's fall now. It's October. I'm getting busy. I'm doing all
Yep.
the all the horror things. How about you?
Yes, absolutely. Same here. I love the fall. It's like my favorite time of the year. I can, cover up my fat ass a little bit by wearing jeans and a sweatshirt. So I love this weather. This is like my favorite.
Yeah, I understand that. So before we start, mention that email one more time so everybody can ask you their raunchy relationship or toy recommendation questions.
And I will absolutely give some toy recommendations. So, ericadyerpodcast at gmail.com. We need emails. I need to know that you guys are out there. We'll answer questions. We'll collaborate. We will not mention names, but feel free to go ahead and send those in. Absolutely.
All right. So what we talking about this week?
Well, over the past couple weeks, I've been thinking about how the old Erica's coming back, right?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Absolutely. When you guys first met me, that was actually kind of the shy Erica. So it is. It was.
Which is hard to believe because all the stories you told us that night, I was kind of like, okay, all right, this is interesting.
Yes, that was the shy Erica. So, and it is true. It is true. For many, many years, I've done nothing but stayed at home with my kids. So there was like a good span of time that I used to do stand up. Believe it or not, I did stand up
That's
comedy.
I would have loved to have been there for those sets. That would have been really interesting to see and hear.
Yeah, even 20 something years ago, I was pulled out of the audience and got to tell a joke on TV. I got a VHS tape somewhere with me on. I know that's how long ago it was with me on TV. And but then I started raising kids and had to focus on them fuckers. And now now the youngest is out of high school. He's not going to college, so I can try to dig myself out of this hole. And I'll tell you, back in the day, Erica was quite confident, man. I had some shit going on in high school. Granted, back when I went to high school, this is when the bigger the hair, the better it was. So we're talking like curling iron and Aquanet with your head
Oh my
turned
god,
upside
oh my
down.
god, Aquanet. Holy
I
shit.
know, fucking Aquanet by the big ass can, fucking Aquanet, and you'd spray that
listen,
shit head
listen,
up.
listen. The reason there was an ozone a hole in the ozone layer is because of Aquanet. Okay.
I can believe it, man. We use that shit like it was fucking gold. Spray our fucking hair. The taller, the better. Taller, the better. And I had these glasses, right? They were like these big ass fucking Sally Jesse Raphael glasses. So these big ass red glasses. And my two front teeth had been broke out when I was younger. And so, like, the one had a root canal. So even though I had caps, it was gray. So in my high school pictures, you can see this gray tooth. So I
Oh
had these
jeez.
glasses, this gray tooth, but I'm telling you, that was the most confident I ever felt. Ever felt. When I met you guys, you and your friends, I was actually quite down on myself. I was trying to force myself to go out by myself and have fun and meet people and do some shit.
Right.
And I saw you guys sitting there. You guys looked safe. I had been drinking, and my friend was going to meet me up there, and I saw you guys sitting there, and I'm like, okay, so they
Yeah,
look
we're all
safe.
yeah, we're all 6 foot plus, like big dudes. So
I know. And most women, because I'm 5'3", would probably be like, no, I'm going to run the other way. But I'm like, oh, no, I'm going to sit in between them big fuckers right there. That's where I'm going to sit. That was my actual thought, too. I'm like, I'm going to sit in between them big fuckers
that's a risk you took. I mean, and like, once again, it's us. We have we have a podcast we've been doing for about 7 years now. And, like 3 out of the 4 of these guys are in a relationship. 2 of them are married. One of them just had a kid. So, like, we're all fairly normal. We're all normal dudes, so.
Yeah. You say you're normal. No. But that's actually what attracted me to you. I saw you guys there. You guys look safe. So I sat down, was waiting for my friend, and we all just got to chatting. So that's how we got here. But over the past year, I started trying to get my old confident Erica back. Because that big haired Erica with them Sally Jesse glasses and that gray tooth, I was fucking like so confident. I was so confident in myself. I was the kind of person, like, if I wanted a guy to go out with me, I had this one friend. And she was always talking about this dude that she was like, oh, he's so wonderful. And I love him so much. And Erica, can you call him and see if he loves me too? And I'm like, well, hell, if he's that fucking great, I'll give him a holler. So I'm like, hey, I was up at we had this is back when we used to have these cruise routes, and literally we would just like drive around in our cars.
Yep. I did that in high school as well. Just to be clear, I was in high school from 2000 to 2004. So that's probably like the last time people cruised.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. But oh my God, it was so much fun. So he was sitting uptown in his truck, and I opened his door and I'm like, hey, are you so-and-so? And he's like, yeah. I got up and sat on his lap, and I'm like, hey, when you going to take me out? Well, I should have known when I paid for the first fucking date. But, in my defense, I tried telling myself, well, you fucking asked him out. But, that's neither here nor there. But that should have been a fucking clue. So, yeah, I ended up having a kid with him. He was not a prize. I should have let that bitch have him. But I took him for myself. That's my lesson there. But that's kind of what I would do. I had this overwhelming sense of confidence. If I saw a guy, it did not matter what this guy looked like, how much money he might have. How could he not want me? Like, literally, how could he not want me? And that was my confidence. I was at work one time. Again, I have the big hair, the gray tooth, and the Sally Jesse glasses. And we're in a line at work, and I don't remember what we were in line for, but I started chatting with him. And I'm like, you should take me out sometime. And he's like, oh, where should we go? Like, we need to go. I said, oh, no, you need to take me like out to dinner or something. He's like, oh, you want me to take you out? And I'm like, yeah, you should take me out.
You know what? If you did that in the workplace now, you would be in the HR office so fast.
I know, but you know what? He ended up being the ass licker. So I really think I earned my punishment for that one. That was all on me. That's but yes, that was the ass licker. There was another guy at work though. Oh my God, this is terrible. This kind of shows you though, like the level of self-esteem I had.
You were just prowling coworkers.
I fucking was. I like oozed sexuality. I oozed confidence, and I'm thinking back, and I'm like, my God, you had that gray motherfucking tooth. You had them fucking glasses. What kind of sexuality could you have had, man? You're like, but I did, man. I just like oozed confidence. And there was this other dude. He worked on a different floor. And I I guess, and some women and men are probably this way. You don't realize what you're saying or what you're doing is coming across as flirting. And that comes with the communication classes that I've learned where um if you're trying to reel somebody in, especially for like marketing, touch their arm, touch their hand, make eye contact. Those are all marketing tools. I'm gonna be honest. That's communication.
I've heard that, and I've kind of I've experienced that as well. It's one of those things whenever somebody's trying to sell me something, they do that, especially if it's a woman like anyone trying to sell me something, I immediately pick up on it. And I'm just like, oh,
yep,
I'm just a mark.
Yes, it is marketing tools.
And so for me to kind of like get back at her for just treating me like a mark, I will waste 30 minutes of her time and then be like, no, I don't want it.
Oh, you're so bad.
Yeah, I will deliberately waste 30 minutes of her time and just be like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna leave now.
It is terrible. But that's true. She probably learned those things. That is a communication tool, because you like pull them in by doing those things. There was this dude that I worked with. Oh my God. He was like an older gentleman. I mean, God, he was like quite a bit older than I am and was married. I didn't realize what I was doing was coming across as flirting until he started leaving little gifts on my desk at work, like antique watches, because I talked about how much I loved antiques and necklaces and shit. I mean, I kept the stuff because I ain't fucking stupid. Of course, I'm going to fucking keep it. But he did. He started leaving all kinds of little shit for me. But I really didn't realize what I was doing, how it was being perceived, right? And then there was one time it became really fucking obvious to me, kind of after the fact. So figure wise, I was a very, very skinny high schooler. And then after I had my first son, I had a nice figure. My second son fucking ruined my body, but my first son, I had a nice figure. And at that time, I could still wear the shorty shorts and the little tops, and I had my hair cut. I wasn't fucking fat. I was thin. And by that time, I had my teeth fixed. Oh my God, man. I put so much fucking money into my face. It's not even funny. And I look so fucking average. It's the bad thing. Oh, God. I got my teeth fixed. I got, my hair done. I got my eyes done. I had LASIK twice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I had that fucking zapped me in the goddamn eye. Got my eyes fixed so I didn't wear glasses no more. So I look cute. And I had to buy a different car. So I go to this dealership and I take my piece of shit car. Oh my God, my car was a piece of shit, man. When I say a piece of shit, I'm not even joking. Like I had wrecked the one side of it. Oh. The other side, I'd knocked the mirror off. The inside, the I don't even know how I did this, but the rear view mirror was falling. It fell off. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, it was terrible. It looked like a heap of junk. So I take it in and I want to trade this car in for a different car. And I'm talking to the salesman and we're just chatting. In my mind, we're just chatting. Okay. That's all we're doing. We're just talking about the fact that him and his girlfriend have been dating for like 6 years. He didn't see himself ever marrying her, but they've been in this serious relationship for about 6 years. And I'm just chatting with him. I'm just, and I'm like, well, if you've been with her for 6 years and you don't see yourself marrying her at this point, you are never going to marry her. I said, you need to let her loose. I mean, why are you wasting her time anymore? And we're just talking. And I talked him up into giving me like a discount on the car and a trade-in, right, on my piece of shit. And I think the deal is done.
Yeah.
Sign the papers, drive away. Well, like a week later, this motherfucker calls me. And this is the first time I realized, oh, this might have been perceived a little differently.
Oh, God.
He calls me and asks me if I wanted to go to Indianapolis for the week. Like, dude, all I
Oh,
did was buy a motherfucking car from you. I don't know what the fuck you talking about me.
he wanted you and his girlfriend of 6 years, to go with him.
No, actually, he didn't want us both. He had
Oh,
fucking broke up with her.
what?
Oh, he calls me and
Oh my God.
he's like, do you want to go to Indianapolis for the week with me? He goes, I got a conference I got to go to. And I'm like, who is this?
Oh man.
That's right. I bought a car from you.
Oh man, if I had called and you said that to me, I would have been like, all right, well, fuck it, I'm going alone.
I'm like, oh, that's right. I bought that car from you. And I'm like, no, aren't you dating somebody? And he goes, well, no, after I talked to you, you made me realize that I didn't really want to be with her. And so we broke up. And I'm like, oh, well, I just really wanted a better deal on the car. I'm not sure what you thought was going to happen, but
jeez.
Yeah, that motherfucker broke up with his girlfriend of 6 years because I wanted a better deal on a car.
I hope to God he didn't call her back and be like, babe, I'm sorry, I miss you, and they tried to get back with her.
As far as I'm concerned, I did her a favor.
Oh, got you.
But it never occurred to me that kind of shit, because in my mind, if that got me a better deal or God, this is terrible. This poor man isn't with us anymore. Bless him. He was a wonderful man. There was this lawyer that I worked with, loved him to death, but the man didn't charge me shit. He did not charge me shit. And I'm like, if I got to sit on that man's lap once in a while to save myself thousands in
attorney fees,
I'll fucking sit on his lap and I can get no shits, man.
I mean, I don't
so much money.
I don't blame you because those attorney fees are high,
Oh, they were. This man drove like an hour to another city to go to court for me. Because my ex my ex was suing me to try to lower his child support and change our kid's name. Hell no, that shit didn't happen because this lawyer drove all the way to this other city. My kid still has my last name. We were never married, and he didn't even want the kid's last name changed until the kid was like 5.
Oh, God.
And yeah, and his excuse on the fucking stand, he didn't think he could have other kids. Not that, oh, I really want him to have my name. Oh, well, I think he's my only one, so we might as well give him. Yeah. No, my attorney argued the shit out of that.
Oh,
so
wow.
He wants to pat my ass once in a while. You pat the fuck out of that shit. I am good with it. Am good.
Let's see, a little sexual harassment or thousands in attorney fees. Yeah, you can pat the ass.
Sexual harassment if it's welcomed. that is not sexual harassment.
Fair enough.
There was no sexual harassment going on. That's funny. That was welcomed.
That's funny.
So that's kind of how things had been for many, many years. And it's so funny because I actually got to the point I got a little cocky. I'm really cocky. When I feel good about myself, I get really fucking cocky. And I had pulled up my old MySpace. I know, MySpace. It's actually still around. MySpace is still out there and still as popular as ever. So I had pulled up my old MySpace and I have these blogs from like 2006, 2007, and I'm reading this shit on these fucking blogs, and God knows who I'm talking about. I honestly don't even know who I'm talking about in these blogs anymore. And I'm talking about these guys that they last like 2 seconds in bed, shit like that. So that's the kind of confidence that I want to bring back to myself. That's the kind of Erica that we want. And slowly but surely, I'm building myself up to that. I'm starting to get like that with work. Actually, when I interview for, when I interview for my jobs, I'm actually surprised when they don't fucking hire me, to be honest. Oh God. But yeah, yeah. Um, we'll get there. We'll get there. My confidence level is starting to go up. But here's the scary thing. The more confident I am, the scarier I can be because my confidence level can get really motherfucking high. And I'll tell you, if I can lose this other 50 pounds that I'm carrying, Erica will be something to reckon with. That's for fucking sure, man.
You might clean house at the next horror convention.
I will, man. And see, that's the thing. When I used to do stand up, which I've actually started looking at again, I stopped doing stand up comedy probably about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, there was a good period of time where it was like everything at once, like bad relationship, had a bad set with stand-up comedy. Everything just kind of hit me at one time. And if you think of the timeline, that's probably 10 years or so ago, that's when I stopped having sex too. So it was like my life just kind of fucking ended at that time. But see, like every good person, everybody's like, oh, do therapy, do fucking therapy, do therapy. And I'm like, all right, I'll do therapy. Right.
Yeah.
So I decide to fucking do therapy. Well, the first thing that they do is they always want to give you drugs, right? They always, oh, we'll try this. Oh, we'll try that. And I remember I went to my family doctor first, and my family doctor, God, I can't remember what he prescribed me. It was Prozac or some shit like that. And it made me gain weight. And I'm like, I remember them calling me and they were like, oh, so are you feeling any better? I'm like, no, now I'm fat and depressed. What the fuck are you trying to give me? My God. Jesus, I gained more weight. I go to you because I'm fat and depressed, and you give me something that makes me gain more. Now I'm even more fat and depressed. Jesus Christ, you ignorant fuckers. So I go to this therapist in Fort Wayne. And she seemed very funny. She's very nice. And I'm telling her all about the shit that's going on, about, what's going on with this guy. I'm like, man, I got this dude that I know I've talked about this before. And I got this dude that I gave all this motherfucking money to. And I'm just like addicted to his dick. And I got this other dude like sitting out in the car waiting for me, like right fucking now. I can't. And I'm like telling her everything, and she's laughing and laughing and laughing. And I'm like, bitch, are you fucking laughing at me? I mean, like literally, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bitch, are you fucking laughing at me? She goes, no, I'm not laughing at you. She goes, you're just so funny. I kid you not. I tried therapy, and she's like, you're just so fucking funny. I can stop laughing. I'm like, well, that is just wonderful. But I'm over here like trying to get some fucking help, man. And she's like, all right, so let's try group therapy. Maybe put me in a room with some other people.
Oh God. give you an audience. Okay.
Give me an audience, right? Me to come back. I come back. And I'm, oh my God. So I'm sitting there, and there's the therapist is a different therapist. And there's like 3 people on each side of me. And then there's me. And I can't remember what everybody said, but you know how, and you see this in a lot of movies where in therapy sessions, they go around the group and they're like, everybody's saying what's going on in their life.
Yeah.
And I just remember these 2 guys. The one guy on my right was like, yeah, I just got out of prison. I tried to kill somebody, and the thoughts and anger are still there with me.
Oh gosh.
And I still want to cause them harm. And then the dude on my left was like, yeah, I beat my wife and like, bitch, don't listen and all that.
Oh my God.
And there I am. I'm addicted to the dick. I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm here for. I think I'm in the. I'm like, God damn, you fuckers put me in this group with all these guys like beat the shit out of their women and killing people. And I'm like, I'm just trying to like lose some weight and get some self-confidence back. I don't think you put me in the right place. So yes, I did try therapy. That didn't work.
I think you were in the wrong group. You were in the
the
ex-cons ex-murderer group.
Oh my God. It was like, it actually kind of like made me wonder if I should get security to escort me to my car. They were kind of scary. I think they put me in the wrong group. Either that or the therapist saw something in me that I didn't see. I mean, I know I did some shit in life, but they don't know it all. So why would they put me in there? But yeah, so that was my attempt at therapy. So then what I did is I just stopped everything for about a good 10 years. And now Whorehound, I think it was last year.
Whorehound, March of 2022.
Yeah, I started going out again and started finding myself. I think I am going to do stand up coming up here in Chicago. I'm going up there for work, and my hotel will be near a couple of places that do open mic nights. So if I do sign up for some of those open mic nights, we will put it on the Instagram and I'll let you know the dates. But I'm starting to find Erica again, and that could be a scary motherfucking thing, man. Because I'll tell you, if you think I'm scary now, Erica with some confidence, that's a scary bitch now. That's something to watch out for.
Yeah.
This is insecure, Erica. This is Erica.
I'm about to say, what is Erica with confidence after like a couple of weeks? The podcast is going to just like do a 180, and it's going to be like these crazy stories that we get, even crazier than now.
That's what I told you earlier. I said, you know what? If people don't write in, which maybe I shouldn't say this, I'm going to really have to start telling some of my stories, because up until now, I've kept shit pretty tame. There is some shit that I could say, because you got to remember, I grew up and my 20s were during no cell phones, no Facebook. There was no proof of the shit we did. It was all word of mouth. And we didn't have AIDS and shit like that was rampant. I mean, it was out there, but it wasn't as rampant as it is now. So we had a lot of fucking fun back in the day.
Yeah, you were right before like shit really hit the fan, and like, everybody was really scared about like, doing stuff.
Yeah, I remember them talking about AIDS in the beginning. I can remember commercials, them telling us that women could not pass AIDS to anyone. I remember that. That's back in the day when I grew up. Of course, we know that's different now, but those are the kind of stories from the times that I have. I mean, there's some shit that I could still tell, but my hope is this rest of this year, with me traveling for these movies, which we have some that are coming out. The Mothman just came out. We have some that are getting ready to be distributed. We got Late Checkout, Camp Pleasant Lake. We got all these movies that I did a little blink and you can miss it part. So that's building my self-confidence up. I'm going to look at doing the stand-up comedy, and fuck Nick, you're becoming my best friend, man. I look forward to these little chats.
Well, that's good. No, that's good. I enjoy. I mean, like it was funny meeting at Horrorhound and like just pitching you on doing a podcast, but legitimately, like this is really fun. I enjoy hearing your ridiculously raunchy stories. I think they're hilarious. I think they're fun, and I think the world needs to hear them. That's why we wanted to do this podcast, because like you're just like when like you said at the beginning of the podcast when we met at Horror Hound, you were just telling us these stories, and I was just like, people need to hear this because like when I heard them, I couldn't stop laughing that night. I just was
I remember
rolling,
that.
and I was just like, more people need to enjoy these stories that you're telling them, and that's why we need to make a podcast.
And you know what? I was just killing time until Derek got there. I was just talking. Fuck, you get me sitting down for dinner or some shit like that. That's just how I talk.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God. But yes, yes. So bring in those questions. I will keep working on myself, and um we look forward to hearing from everybody.
Yeah, definitely. There we go. My wires are all messed up. Yeah, new desk and everything, trying to move around and stuff. But yeah. Yeah, I guess that's it for this episode, this week.
That sounds good.
Any closing remarks or anything?
No, just, I mean, I want to know if there are people out there that would be interested in hearing me in open mic night, because I live in Indiana. I work in the Chicago area. I've been traveling all over the East Coast and the West Coast because I'm flying to Burbank next week to film a movie. If you are interested in hearing me do stand up, let us know. ericadyerpodcast at gmail.com. Because if nobody's going to listen to me, why should I bother? If you want to hear more, let me know.
Definitely. Whenever you get the open mic thing worked out, let me know and I'll post the details constantly on your social media so people can come watch you.
That sounds good.
Yeah. But yeah, if you also want to support the podcast, make sure you like us, like and review the episodes of where whenever you hear them. And also we're on Instagram at Erica D Podcast, also on Twitter, Erica D Podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe there so we can, get more people to like the podcast, more people to know what it is, and more people to hear it, and all of Erica's wonderful stories every week.